Hi, Big Makeshift family, it's Mary Margaret. Thanks for tuning in. We are gonna make birdseed feeders today, or birdseed ornaments. So let's gather our materials first. You're gonna need the birdseed and the gelatin. So those came last Monday in the drive-by, so you'll need that. If you have some cookie cutters at home, you can use cookie cutters, or you can use a toilet paper roll, which, you know, in quarantine, we've got TP, hopefully. Yeah, so if you have a cookie cutter or a toilet paper roll, you can use that. You'll need a bowl and some sort of mixing spoon. You'll need a half cup of cool water, and you'll need a half cup of very, very hot boiling water. I just put mine in the microwave, so it's very warm. Yeah, and if you want to cut your toilet paper roll into smaller pieces, a pair of scissors. So you might need some assistance from a family member, a caregiver, somebody that's nearby in your household. You may need some assistance, so don't hesitate to ask for help if you get to a step that you need some help on. So step one, we are going to measure a half cup of water into our mixing bowl. So here, so inside mine I have measurements. So I'm going to measure a half cup. You can also use measuring cups. So here's a half cup. And then now what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix. I'm going to open up my packet of unflavored gelatin, and I'm going to dump it in. Perfect, and you'll want to start stirring that. Make sure that you get all the gelatin out of that packet. So I'm going to start stirring, and you'll see it's kind of like a beigey cream color. Let's see if I can get it in the picture. I cannot. You want to make sure you keep the sides scraped and start to work that in. Awesome. And now you're going to want to add a half cup of the hot boiling water. So same thing, I'm going to take my hot water, and now if you haven't heated yours up, you can stick it in the microwave for a minute or two, usually will work. You might need some sort of oven mitt or heat protection. When you pull it out, it might be hot. So I'm going to measure a half cup of hot water into my mixture. There we go. Perfect, set that to the side. And I'm going to keep stirring. So this is going to create almost like a paste, okay? So the whole point is the unflavored gelatin is going to form a glue-like substance that is going to hold all the birdseed together. So now I'm going to dump my birdseed in. Woohoo, very satisfying. Okay, set that to the side, and I'm going to keep stirring my birdseed in. Perfect. Okay. So now if you have any parchment paper or wax paper at home, you can do this project on there and it won't be as messy. But I am at the big building and I don't have any on me. So mine is going to be a little bit messier than yours, but I'm going to go ahead and prep my cookie cutters. So the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to put, so if you see there's two sides, there's the top, which is totally smooth. Right, so that part you would put down into the cookie dough and pick it up, and it's nice and easy to do that because it has a lip. Well, I'm gonna flip mine over so that the lip kind of helps create a seal with the table. It makes it a little bit more flat, hopefully. Perfect, and if you're doing a toilet paper roll, then I am gonna actually, because this would be one very thick, I'm gonna cut mine into like 3 different little round circles. So there's one, and that is like a little bit more manageable, I think. Perfect. Awesome. Okay, let me just, perfect. So looking at my mixture, I didn't have as much birdseed in that bag as I thought, or I might have added too much water. So here's where, it might be a little troubleshooting. I'm gonna add a little bit more birdseed. Perfect. And if you need more birdseed for your project, you can pick some up today at the drive-by. Because you'll want the mixture and the birdseed to completely mix together and absorb the water, the like glue-like substance, yeah? Perfect. Okay. If you need any extra materials, feel free to pick them up at the drive-by. We will have them with us. This is kind of a new thing. I've never done this before, so it's a learning thing for me. I've never made these before, so we're getting to learn together. Perfect. Okay, add a little bit more birdseed. Perfect. If you really want to get in there, you can also use your hands to mix it together. Yeah. It gets a little messy, so make sure you have a sink nearby. Perfect. Okay, so next step, I am going to fill my cookie cutter with the birdseed. And so you're going to want to make sure that you pack it into your cookie cutter. So I have an octopus that I am filling right now, and then after that I think I'll probably fill my dinosaur and then some of the little round. And you can use, a ton of different things for your molds per se. So the cookie cutters are helping the birdseed give it a shape while it hardens. You can use a muffin tin. You can use, if you have little mason jars, you could use the lids. Let's see, what are some other ideas? If you have ideas, definitely share with us about what you think would make a good mold for the birdseed. Yeah, so these, we're going to let them harden for a little bit, and we'll come back to them. And so what you'll want to do after they harden is you'll want to, using either a straw or some sort of like a metal straw, or you could use a needle and thread, a piece of yarn or twine. You'll want to come back after it's hardened and feed the twine or the ribbon through so that you can hang it on a branch. Otherwise, if you don't have any of that at home, you can just lay your birdseed ornament maybe out on your back porch or something like that, and probably in front of a window so that you can watch the birds enjoy their delicious birdseed feeder. So, great. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna let these two guys dry. I ran out of paper baggies to put these on, but you would fill these just the same. You would put it on the corner of the baggie and you would fill it up, making sure that you compact everything so that the unflavored gelatin in the water mixture becomes a glue. And it could take several hours for it to dry, so patience, which is so hard for me. So anyway, stay tuned and can't wait to see pictures of your birdseed ornaments. Please feel free to share, send them to your citizen supervisor. We'd love to see what you guys make. Thanks for joining, and yeah, happy Monday. Bye.